Hello everyone, this is Honor Panda from the Mobile Legends Discord server, and today I'm going to explore how to counter the wrestler synergy. In this video, I will be explaining what the wrestler synergy actually is, why I have placed these heroes and items in the image I have on the left side, and why I have recommended these synergies as a counter to the wrestler synergy. Some of the details may include heroes, positionings, and skills, as well as item placement. So what is the wrestler synergy? Well, the wrestler synergy is a 3-6 synergy. When there's 3 wrestler, does each wrestler have 20% chance to stun the enemy hero for 2.2 seconds and deal 400 damage and heal 100 HP for every stun they do with the. And when there's 6 hero, the wrestlers have 30% chance to stun the enemy heroes for 2.2 seconds on basic attack and deal additional 1000 damage and restore 300 HP per stun. Normal basic attacks from wrestler synergy heroes can only stun the enemy hero when the enemy hero is not already stunned. However, the same does not apply to skills that uses basic attacks. This means that Badang and Jawhead can stun already stunned opposing heroes. Here lies the stats of wrestler heroes. As you can see, wrestlers have generally pretty abysmal attack speed, so they rely a lot on taking hits in order to gain MP, which they do very well early game due to the relatively high base HP stat. However, their lack of range really hurts late game as they waste a lot of time walking in order to approach ranged heroes, and time matters a lot late game. Also, got the only heroes with relatively large hitbox with their skill is Gatot and Barang. Both of them have really low HP, really low attack speed. So they really want to be upgraded late game. Otherwise, at 1 star, their HP would be slightly low. And they might die before their skills get cast. Here are some criteria that define a wrestler counter. Well, if the wrestler synergy lineup cannot stun that hero, if the wrestler synergy cannot hit that hero due to their long range, or 3, if a wrestler counter may not be countering the wrestler synergy itself, but maybe they're really strong against specific heroes that the synergy lineup may use. In the case of Claude, immune to stun at 100 MP during skill cast, has long range, teleports around to make wrestler heroes waste time walking, as well as abuses Demon Hunter's sword to deal heavy damage on relatively high base HP stat wrestler. Positionally, you want Claude to be placed around in the side, not too far so that he can bait few wrestler heroes from approaching him, and then he can teleport around such that he make wrestler heroes waste time walking to chase him. It will work really well with Has Claws or Weapon Master Synergy to keep Claude alive, and that way he will be tanking few wrestler stuns for the whole lineup and overall increase the chance of the lineup of winning against wrestler synergy. The heroes you may want to bait are either Badang or Jawhead because their skills trigger wrestler synergy stun. With a mid-range of 4.7, high attack speed of 0.9, Royi's skill allows her to crowd control wrestler heroes while being very hard for wrestler heroes to ever target her due to her range. And by crowd controlling opposing wrestler heroes, that also reduces the amount of stun wrestler heroes can deal to your own heroes due to the fact that they won't be able to do their basic attacks while they're stunned. Loi with a mid-range of 4.7, high attack speed of 0.9, forces wrestler heroes to walk more often with her crowd control skill. By crowd controlling opposing wrestler heroes, it will reduce the amount of times your own heroes get hit by basic attacks. Given sufficient attack speed, Loi would be able to crowd control loop the wrestler heroes until they die, without being hit by any of the wrestler heroes during battle. In the case of Diggy, when his skill is cast, it provides shield and crowd control immunity for 3 seconds. However, Diggy alone does not deal a lot of damage to wrestler heroes significantly, and but the immunity he provides makes it impossible for wrestler lineups to deal additional damage that comes from stun. You want Diggy's skill to be activated when there is many allied heroes alive, so Diggy should be placed in the front against wrestler lineups. It's also worth noting that Diggy is not worth keeping alive late in the battle because of his weak basic attack damage. Odette is also a counter to the wrestler synergy because her skill cannot be cancelled by wrestler synergy stun. However, she needs to gain MP quickly before she gets stunned, so she might want to be equipped with Enchanted Talisman in order, in order for her to cast her skill before she gets stunned. Wrestler lineups often have no magic defense, so Odette's skill damage hurts a lot. Tammuz and his high HP makes him a good tank against any wrestler heroes. Once his skill is cast, he constantly heals and deal damage even when stunned. Positionally, Tammuz should be placed around the front corner. Even though Tammuz is a good tank, it is better if he can out-heal the damage he tanks. And also, his skills multiplies his current attack speed, so he benefits from acceleration in the last few seconds of a battle. Argus is the best hero to aggro opposing wrestler heroes and exploit their lack of AoE damage. Optimally, Argus should be placed in front of Jawhead in order to tank his skill. When equipped with Flicker, Argus can aggro many opposing wrestler heroes and waste a lot of their time. Badang damage is not great without Demon Hunter's Sword or Wrestler Synergy, but he is immune to stun while his skill is cast. It is also useful to buy Badang just to reduce the chance of opposing wrestler synergy lineup of getting Badang. Carry is good early game against wrestler synergy heroes due to the relatively high base HP stat. Carry is also the main counter to Kufra, one of the tankiest hero in the game. So to make Carry a better counter against wrestler in general, you want Carry to be in the back, and you want to use a gap positioning such that you may bait Kufra equipped with Flicker and get her to eliminate Kufra early on in the battle. Enchanted Talisman is good against wrestlers since it enables many heroes to cast their skill early before they get stunned. Enchanted Talisman is also the item that offers the highest amount of magic attack in the game, and wrestler lineups are not very scary to go against when you outnumber the amount of heroes they have left due to the fact you burst down one of the heroes early in the battle. Winter Truncheon enables frontline heroes to survive against Carmilla Jawhead's stunlock and forces nearby wrestler to waste time walking toward another hero. It also offers some physical defense, which is good against wrestlers since wrestler heroes mostly deal physical damage. Wrestler synergies do not have a lot of burst damage outside of Jawhead Carmilla combo, so Sky Guardian Helmet makes it easier to tank against Wrestler synergy lineups due to its passive healing and high HP stat. As for Necklace of Endurance, it reduces HP regen of multiple wrestler heroes.
As for synergies, Guardian counters Wrestler Synergy early game because Wrestler Synergy deals mostly physical damage, the heroes. In the late game, however, the best counter would be 6 Dragon Altar because it offers a strong balance between good range damage, defensive heroes, and crowd control. Tarjuman Synergy is makes it easier to tank hits from Wrestler Synergy heroes. Lolita can actually block Jawhead missiles, but that would require very precise positioning and luck. Heroes with shield are immune to Empire. Some wrestler lineups do have Empire as one of their side synergies with the help of Guinevere, who is Empire and Wrestler. Marksman synergy is also very strong against Wrestler synergy lineups late game due to its long range and high damage. However, Guardian is not as good against Wrestler synergy late game, especially if the Wrestler lineup decides to use D-Ruff and mix in for Abyss synergy, re- which would negate the physical defense of Guardian synergy.
Demon Hunter Sword, Wrestler Crystal, and Marksman Crystal are possible counter picks in Fate round. By picking Demon Hunter Sword, you would deny opposing Barang or Claude from getting Demon Hunter Sword, as well as being useful to counter the Cyborg synergy. Cyborg is sometimes mixed with Wrestler through the help of Jawhead, with Cyborg and Wrestler, and Blood Demon. Wrestler lineups lack range, but that problem can be solved a bit with the help of the Wrestler Crystal, especially if it's equipped to Claude. So by picking the Wrestler Crystal in Fate, you will leave Wrestler lineups opponents weak to range attacks. But don't pick Wrestler Crystal if it's not useful for your own lineup. Denying Gatot Gacha and Fate would also leave wrestler lineups somewhat weak to range attacks, since Gatot is one of the few wrestler heroes that can crowd control heroes placed in the back. If Gatot is not useful in your own lineup, you can at least sell it for 5 gold. Some players do know that 6 wrestler synergy is not that strong late game and decide to switch to marksman synergy late game. Picking Marksman Crystal will deny that lineup switch, but it is not recommended to pick Marksman Crystal if it is not useful in your own lineup. Alright guys, this is pretty much it on how far I'll go on the details of how to counter the wrestler synergy. For the rest of the video, I will just share a few clips. Next time, if someone asks how to counter the wrestler synergy, just send this video. Just do it, please. I don't know.
absolutely perfect!